Hey guys, how's it going? Have a bit of an update for you. Haven't been able to stream as of late because the machine that I use for game development, modeling, etc., well, it doesn't boot anymore. I'm suspecting either a hard drive or a motherboard issue. Now, I've been having issues with this machine taking a little bit too long to boot for a little while now. So I think it's about time perhaps that I've upgraded to something a bit more modern. And the system that I'm building right now, it's based around the first generation Ryzen 7 processor. My brother picked up a couple of Ryzen 7s when they went on sale. This was the end of their lifetime sale, so right before Ryzen 2 came out, he ended up picking up two processors. So he wasn't present on anything. He just said, oh, you know, a couple of these guys are on sale. How about we'll pick them up, and once you get around to it, you can build the rest of the system around that processor. So, yep, I think that time has come. Now, I ended up dipping into my savings to cover the system because otherwise, yeah, not a whole lot of progress is gonna happen. And yeah, well, give it a few days. I've already ordered everything. It's gonna come in maybe by about Thursday, and I'll set everything up. I'll you know, get the machine up and running. 2 new hard drives, so all new machine, brand new hardware, no old hard drives. I'll have this thing up and running, and we'll get some work done. All right, I'm actually looking forward to doing some modeling, but the only problem is that I'm still going to be using the GPU, the GTX 750 Ti that was currently in my current production machine for modeling. It seems to handle most things I throw at it. You know, not a beast by any means, but it gets the job done on most occasions. So I will be doing that. Generally speaking, my main concern is if I do game development on a more or less modern, powerful machine, then the advantage of the old one was that if I get the game running just fine on the old machine, any sort of modern hardware will be running just fine on anyone else's modern machine. So that was like the lowest tier product. So I got that working, and it was kind of a great deal. Even though the machine was kind of slow, I would be able to develop the game. I would develop the software that, if it runs fine on that machine, it runs fine on anything else. That was it's an advantage and it's a disadvantage because you're working with weak hardware. But, oh well, I guess a new day dawns. Another thing that I've been looking forward to is doing some VR game development. So this machine will be more than enough to handle VR development, and what else? And 3D renders. Good God, my current machine, the one that's, well, not doing too good right now, it is terrible at rendering anything worth using. So I had footage, like 720p footage that would take about 10 days to render, and that wasn't even any usable footage. It was just test renders. Yeah. So, and this was all CPU rendering, so I didn't have any access to GPU render engine, so you know, that could also contribute to it. But hey, with this machine, the only thing that's left to assemble or to get for it would be a GPU. Something comparable, maybe like a 1060 or something. Something along those lines, so I could take advantage of Blender's GPU rendering. Get some projects up and running that way. Anyways, that's the update. Sorry there's not going to be a lot of streaming. So as soon as I get the machine up and running, we'll continue. All right? Cheers.